What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Adding to My Collection. I don't have a name for this series, but it's been a week since I last posted the start of my Blu-Ray collection, which was 40 plus ish movies, and I forgot I forgot I had Blu-Rays in my car, I left in my bag. So I just figured I'll film it on the next week when I go shopping again, which I did go shopping. I just got back from the store. It was actually slim pickings today. They're in their own little bag. There was nothing there that I saw. Like, I went to the used store and I was like, you just go through it. You're sorting through the crates and stuff like that. And I just saw nothing really jumped out at me that I wanted to watch right away. But I did pick up three that I was like, oh, I want these two, and this just goes into my collection for collection's sake. But without further ado, we could start. Just a quick reminder: if you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and I'm on TikTok too. Yeah, just look for @PopcornBeard, and I am there. You probably will find on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter that you'll see more movie reviews there. Just quick little movies, because I do go and see a lot of film as well. I just don't know how I want to tackle reviewing content, like movie content and shows for this channel yet. I'm trying to think of some ideas of how I want to approach it. I kind of want to have friends come on and talk about movies too. So I'm just trying to figure out the format before I really dive into it, because there's a few ways I want to go about it where I'd like to get into it and like just talk about things that I really like about the movie, and also maybe like some technical things too, because this is also me learning how to make films as well. And that's also the other reason to even starting this is really to start getting that drive to, hey Brett, we got to start making films and like get more into doing film. Dudes, like, man, I broke out my tripod today. I have a small little Gator tripod over there that I use, but today I actually broke out the camera tripod, and I'm still filming on my phone, but it's like just getting the camera tripod out, and I like the I don't even know what to call it right now, but the gimbal head area, it's shaky. Like, it's a ghetto tripod, but you know what? It's like all these little baby steps. And I listened to the last video I made, and it was very tingy, very echoey. If I could show you around my apartment, it's very minimalist right now, but also messy. I'm a single dude, and sometimes it gets messy in here. So I got to figure out some ways to really bring down the bounce of the echo in here, which we'll figure that out. And I'm probably going to get some lav mics, and I have some other stuff, and maybe some lighting. We're going to fool around. You'll see as the wall gets fixed. You'll see. Come back every week. Something new's happened. This week's the tripod. So I would like to get some lighting in here, because I'm filming right now during the daylight hours, because I get the natural light in, and when it hits nighttime in here, if I want to film at night, it's pitch black in here. So I gotta figure out some nighttime lighting so I could do some just night work, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the purchases. These are not in alphabetical order. Yeah, nothing's in alphabetical order here, but we'll go through them one at a time real quick. And here's the very first one I picked up at the used shop for $8.99. Mad Max Fury Road. What more can I say about this movie? I saw it in theater, loved it. I think I've seen this movie in theater like 4 times. And I remember I went with my buddy Mike, and we just loved it. It was like such a thrill ride, and every time I would see it, if I saw it on streaming, I would watch it. For some reason, it didn't come on streaming quite as... I don't remember being on Netflix long or anything else long. So then when I saw it just sitting there for $9, I was like, you know what? This is a movie I will definitely watch again. So I bought it. Good to have in the collection, especially on those rainy days. Oh, I don't have a table, so I'm just throwing them on the floor. Sorry, hopefully that doesn't kill on the audio. The next movie, I picked it up for $4.99. Mallrats. This goes into the Kevin Smith collection, which is 2 movies strong so far. It's Mallrats. As soon as I saw it, I bought it. This was a movie night. I bought it and watched it the same day. I love Mallrats. I don't know where it ranks right now, because after I watched it, I was like, ooh, does this move down to second rank? Like, the thing I love about this movie is it's like Like this is how I lived. I lived in the mall. I was a mall rat. The only thing that's missing in this movie, honestly, two scenes that would like three areas that for my mall life compared to this mall life is one, we needed arcade scene because I lived in the arcade. Two, I lived in the theater, and three, the food court. I just needed more food court because those were my haunts when I was growing up as a kid. And my mall, Limerick Mall used to have a movie theater in it. So in case you were like, what, your mall had a movie theater? It did, and it was bumping. Oh, dude, $2 movie night in yeah, it was a bumping night. Next movie is My Cousin Vinny. I picked it up for $7.99. This is actually, I don't even know if it's really worth $7.99, but I enjoy this movie. I haven't seen it in so long, and we always laugh at two youths. I think I picked it up also because like Ralph Macchio didn't make a lot of movies, and since he's just blowing up with Cobra Kai right now, it's kind of funny to see like after Karate Kid, this is what he made, and I honestly don't think he made a movie after this one. I have to go and do a little IMDb on him to see what he did after this. Maybe I'll do a little Ralph Macchio movie collection, and we'll go from there. How have these been all like almost alphabetical order so far? I'm just pulling M's right now. Next up is Trainwreck. Gotta get a rom-com in here. So Trainwreck, I picked it up for $4.99. This is just, I can't remember what other Amy Schumer movie that I'm thinking of, but I enjoyed this film. It was good. John Cena's hilarious in it too, like in his brief cameo. Wait, John Cena is in this, right? I might be thinking of her other movie then. No, he's in this. Yeah, he's the boyfriend. Good rom-com. He's the other boyfriend. And this is, yeah, Bill Hader. Good film. Next up is No Country for Old Men. I picked it up for $5.99. Somehow this movie, $5.99. Trainwreck, $7.99. I feel like the prices are wrong because this movie is baller. And I haven't seen it since it came out, so I just thought, I'll pick this up. This is one of those days where if I'm just chilling and I want, just want to throw something on and get lost into a good story, this is that film. So, good pickup in my books. Next up is Man of Steel. I'm a Superman fan since I was a little kid, so I have to pick it up. I saw it sitting there. It was $5.99 used. I haven't watched it since I bought it. I almost watched it today. Actually, that's a lie. I was very, very close to sitting down to watching it because I was just kind of in the mood for some Superman. So I'm in that zone where I'm in that mood to watch this movie, and I'm going to. I think it's because Black Adam's coming out and all the hype of like is Superman in it has got me to go, hey, let's pull this bad boy out. So I picked it up. So I've been looking for this movie. This is Last Night in Soho. I saw it new for 4K somewhere. Like I think it was at a Best Buy in the small little kiosk, and I was like, oh, and it was like way out in like Oakville when I saw it at the Best Buy out there, I think. And I was like, well, I'll get back out there someday. I never did get back out to that area. I paid $16.99 for this used at my shop, and I'm happy I found it. I haven't watched it yet, but this also just goes into the Edgar Wright category, like my little of collecting his films. So I got 2 of his so far. 2 of what, 6 or 7? I think I'm missing. Oh, I know what I'm missing. I know I'm missing 3 important ones, and then this one, then that one. I think he's got 5 or 6. I'm missing something. So yeah, fun. And I'm going to probably pick up like Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz and how's that other one? At World's End? No, it's the pub one. Isn't that World's End? I'm drawing a blank. Hit me up in the comment section if that's what it is. At World's End? Yeah, I think that's what it is, right? Because that's the one where they're in the pub and they do the pub crawl. And I only saw it once in the theater. So I'm drawing a blank, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, so I'm going to be looking for those. If I see them, I'll get them. Next is The Devil Wears Prada. Picked it up $4.99. This is a guilty pleasure film. When I bought it, I watched it right away. I don't care. It's a great movie. It's so much fun. It's just a fun movie, right? I don't know if you guys like it. If you like it, throw it up. Give me the W in the comments. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Watched it as soon as I got it. We'll watch again. That's the way I always look at it. I don't even know what do we classify that as? It's a comedy, like a day in the life of slice of life comedy film. All right, next one up is Lucy. I really enjoyed this movie. I picked it up for $5.99. This is like one of those sick day movies. You're just sick, you're chilling under bed, and you want to throw something on. And Lucy's that film. I've watched this movie probably one too many times than most people. I just like the idea. I just like the concept of it, and I know the concept is so silly. The idea of using 100% of your brain makes you this immortal, like godlike being and stuff. I know it's silly. I know, but I like it. I like silly. I like silly and stupid, especially when it comes to like sci-fi stuff. Just give me that weird shit. Just give it to me. Pump it into my veins. The weirder, the better. Like, what's that other film with Bradley Cooper? Limitless? That's another one. Limitless is just like Lucy to me, where I will just watch that movie. It's, again, another dumb concept, but it's so good. Like, when I'm saying dumb, I mean it's good. And it's so silly. And I enjoy it because the idea of just like, and that's like the idea of taking a drug and becoming a super brain all of a sudden, right? That's a great movie, great concept. Same with this one. So, Lucy, enjoy it. Like, I guess I should do it like a guilt. I'm just like looking at it. Like, Lucy's looking at me and I'm looking at her going, you know what? It is a good movie. And me saying, I was like, I'll never put it in the top 10 list. Yeah, maybe not of all time, but like, if I was to make up a list of like, top 10 movies just to sit down and chill with, maybe Lucy would get in there. Now that if I had to sit down and think about it. So, these are the last 3 films, and I will go in this order. I picked up Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid for $7.99. I actually just recently watched this on. I had the Criterion streaming service for a little bit, and I don't have it right now. I got rid of it, not because I just didn't watch enough on there. So yeah, but I watched that. I watched like there's certain movies on there where I'm like, oh, I'll never find the DVD for that or the Blu-ray for that, or even when I did own it or streamed it, I wasn't even thinking about collecting at the time, but I was like, oh, they have a lot of good old movies there, and this is one of them that I was like, let me get this. So I bought. Let me watch this, and I rewatched it, and then I was just at the store today going, yo, this is sitting right here. So will I watch this anytime soon? Probably not, because I recently watched this. Like, I would say, like, maybe it's been a year, probably like around this time, maybe winter last year. So we'll see. You never know. I might just get into it and be like, yo, let's have a cowboy day. But it goes into the cowboy category. Next up is, we're getting into the rom-coms. 500 Days of Summer, right here, boom. $8.99, picked it up. Yeah, it's a rom-com. I enjoy it. I haven't seen it in a while. I had a script idea, screenplay idea that I was telling my friend AJ about, that we worked on a movie together. He directed it. Hopefully I can get him on here sometime to talk about films and maybe the film that we worked on. And I was telling him about an idea that I had for a rom-com. And when I was finished telling him the idea, he was like, oh, so it's like 500 Days of Summer? And then I was like, maybe it is. So I haven't watched this in a long time. I know I have watched this movie, but this is a potential movie day for me to sit down and watch this and go, oh yeah, my screenplay idea is this. And that happens when you have ideas. Sometimes, parallel thinking happens, or your subconscious is like consumes so many rom-coms, you're just like, here it is, it's already been made. So there's that one. And then last one, guys, I might have paid a little too much money for this one. But whatever, right? I picked up Can't Hardly Wait for $14.99. Might have paid a little too much for this. Yeah, this is the 20-year reunion edition. So I'm sure there's some special stuff on here that's cool, but I'll check that out. The special features are probably cool. So this is the movie, like, this movie came out after American Pie, because like American Pie blew up, if I recall. And yeah, American Pie blew up. It did. There's no recalling. American Pie blew up, and then those new wave of teen movies came out, or teen comedy movies came out. And this is one of them, which this is, if I recall, this is Jennifer Love Hewitt's first film. I believe so. I think this is her first film, and then she did the horror movie after. What was that one? I Know What You Did Last Summer. I think that's the one she did. I'm not a horror. I don't watch horror movies. I don't. I'm not a horror guy. As you can tell, I don't have any horror movies. Yeah, we'll get into horror movies later, probably. Like, we'll talk about why. Yeah, so I bought it, and you know what? Guess what I'm doing tomorrow? Yeah, I'm watching this. This is like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yes, I am going to watch this, because I forget, first of all, I forget everything about this movie. It's a rom-com too, I guess, right? Yeah, I think it is, because Jennifer Love Hewitt and what's his face? Oh geez, I forget his name right now. Let me just put it up to the camera. This guy falls in love with her, and everyone here, this nerd guy falls in love with her too, and these guys are all, like, everyone falls in love with her, and eventually I think he gets her in the end. Yeah, I think that's how it goes, and it's a rom-com, so I would say, is it a rom-com though? Or is it a college? Or is it a school? It's both, right? It's both. It's both. It's a teen comedy plus rom-com. Actually, no. I guess the formula for a rom-com is like always like boy meets girl. Well, woman meets man, falls in love. So this is different. I gotta think about that. Can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to watch it. But this makes me also wish I had American Pie, because I would like to watch that also with this. Maybe I'll start a little collection of movies that American Pie inspired, or yeah, like really, like, not inspired, but made Hollywood push these to the forefront. Yeah. And that is it. That's the last of my list. I was just making sure I got everything this time. Yeah, that's the end of the list. So I don't know how to end this one, because I would like to talk about these films. So I will think about reviewing soon. If you guys have any comments or ideas or suggestions about reviewing, I know there's like so many review sites out there, and everyone has a voice and like has a different point of view of stuff. So I'm just trying to figure out mine and how I want to approach it. So if you guys have any ideas, I'm listening. Leave something in the comment. If there's any movies that you saw of mine that I bought this batch, and you want to just leave a comment about, what you liked or what you don't like, or maybe you even have a good story about these films, because that's the one thing about movies, right? Like, you see them and it just takes you back in time. Especially my collection is all over the place, because like Can't Hardly Wait, I definitely saw that in the theater with my friends. Mallrats, saw it in the theater with my friends. Like, a lot of these movies are movies that I actually went and saw in the theater with my friends, and or whoever, right? And it's just like, just reminds you of like, oh yeah, I went and saw that at that point in time. That was so silly. I was 16 or something when I saw Mallrats or something like that, right? Like, or yeah, how old was I? I can't even remember how old I was, but I was young. And it was just like funny when I look back at it, especially when I rewatched it. I was like, I haven't watched that movie in so long, and I was sitting there rewatching it. I'm just like, oh wow, this is taking me back. Which is another good thing about movies and like media in general, or pop culture in general. Just takes you back into that time when you're just like, oh yeah, I was doing weird shit when I was a little kid. I was watching weird shit, and no one was supervising me, and I was watching some of this stuff. Anyways, that's the end of the episode. I will be back next Friday. I think next Friday, or not next Friday, sorry. That's when I go shopping, is on my Fridays. So I think next Friday when I go shopping for some new blues, I'm going to go and check out, I might go to Walmart, just do a little quick peruse. I know I don't shop there that much, but I think I might go check them out just to see if there's any deals. We're getting closer to Black Friday in Canada, which is the same as in America, but it's just like, it's so nonchalant up here. It's just like, yeah, let's go check out, see what's on sale. And the sales might be a little bit earlier this year. So maybe they might have some crazy deals on Blu-rays out there, or a crazy Blu-ray bin or something like that. So we'll go check that out. And then I'm going to probably go to the new shop, because there's a couple movies that I saw there last time I was there that I want to buy, and yeah, I hope they're still there. There's at least 2 movies there for sure I want to buy that are just like, one of them's a joke and the other one is just like I think I saw Charlie Brown the Great Pumpkin sitting there for like $10. So I think I'm gonna go get that for sure, because I wouldn't mind trying to get all the Charlie Brown movies together, because they're great. So yeah, they're great seasonal films. So yeah, that's the end of my little ending rant. Again, like, subscribe, drop a comment, follow me on the socials. I'll be back with another crop of films that I've purchased, and maybe between now and then I'll sit down and do my first movie review or not. We'll see. I don't want to make any promises. No promises on the reviews. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Hope you enjoy whatever you're watching this week, and peace out.